सर, खबरों को सबसे तेज और सबसे पहले दिखाने के चक्कर में क्या मीडिया अपनी विश्वसनीयता खोता जा रहा है?
नहीं नहीं,
सर, अभी जैसे असम वाली घटना है सर, उसके बारे में आपका क्या कहना है?
कौन सा?
असम।
असम वाली घटना।
रेप केस जो हुआ था असम में, बाद में इंडियन एक्सप्रेस में ने रिपोर्ट किया कि रेप एक्चुअली हुआ ही नहीं हुआ। मेरे ख्याल से उसी रेफरेंस में होगा शायद।
वो चेक्स एंड बैलेंसेस होनी चाहिए। रीजनल मीडिया में कभी गड़बड़ हो जाती है, मगर जो कई ऐसे इंसिडेंट्स होते हैं जिसमें वी आल्सो चेक, लाइक जो इंसिडेंट था, एक इंसिडेंट था असम में जो जीएस रोड में एक there was a girl lady being molested, troubled, and the camera was shooting it. आपको याद होगा? तो वो टेप हमारे पास भी था, मगर मैंने दिखाया नहीं था क्योंकि हमें लगा कि उस टेप की विश्वसनीयता नहीं है। तो हम चेक्स एंड बैलेंसेस करते हैं। गलतियां सबसे होती है छोटी मोटी, मगर कोशिश बहुत है कि गलतियां कम हो।
अर्णव के इंसिस्टेंस पे एक कमेटी बनी थी और हम लोग वहाँ इंक्वायरी करने गए थे कि फैक्ट क्या है, और वो इंक्वायरी की रिपोर्ट फिर बाद में हम लोगों ने।
जी आप गए थे? जी बिल्कुल।
हेलो सर।
एक मिनट ऐसे नहीं, एक कोई बच्चा। हाँ चलो।
हेलो सर, माय नेम इज सुरभि. Sir, I'm very confused now. Actually, what we've read in our books, what we've been taught by our teachers, was that journalists are supposed to be watchdogs. Like, we're supposed to present the facts. But we've discussed this earlier in this session also, and I've been observing it, that the definition of journalism is somewhat changing. You are setting a completely new trend.
Yes.
And one more thing that intervenes in the watchdog theory is that editors like you are so well read and well researched. You know facts in such a thorough manner. So is it possible for editors to refrain their own opinion when they are into such steamy debates that are going on? So like, how do we?
Achha, there are two
journalism?
things here.
Yeah.
One is the news story and the other is the debate. You must distinguish between the two. You cannot get your facts wrong in the news story. Huh? If we get our facts wrong when we are doing a story on Raja Kalmadi, Ashok Chavan, anyone, then they will really file a legal case against you. They'll get you into trouble. So your facts have to be completely and totally right. So we are very careful that our facts are not right there, not wrong there. As far as the debate is concerned, sometimes we also like to provoke a debate so that there are points of view on both sides, you know. So it's only when there are different points of view that there is an actual debate. My job is also to ensure that all points of view are there. So I'd like to say one thing, for example, Pakistan. We are most critical of Pakistan, but you'll notice if we have 2 guests from India, we have 3 guests from Pakistan. And many people often ask me that why do the Pakistani guests come on your channel? And I tell them they come because they also enjoy a good debate. They enjoy a good debate. Nobody wants to just be given a platform. The smart people, the intelligent people, the confident people like to take part in an open debate. So this does not change the definition of neutrality of journalism. Journalism continues to be neutral. However, there needs to be opinion in journalism so that journalism is more relevant to the audiences. Yeah.
Hello, sir. Sir, it seems that you analyze things in black and white, and there's no gray in between. So this is okay when there's a case like somebody's been raped. So you obviously everyone has to be on one side,
Yeah.
and you can be aggressive about it. But then there are some issues like you just said that. I remember you used the word we. We are very proud of what our army does in Kashmir. There are certain issues that are very controversial. And do you think that an editor has the license to widen the scope from I to we in certain issues and be still that aggressive about such issues?
But that's a very good question. I'll tell you, this is a fine area. As far as it's not true that I look at everything in terms of black and white. I would say there are a large number of issues which can be looked at in terms of black and white. But there are several issues in which there is a gray area. As a journalist and as an editor, I am very conscious of the gray area in the process of doing my research. And before I pass judgment that on this issue there is a black and white, right and wrong, right? I do my research to make sure that there is. And I can assure you that there are 9 out of 10 stories in which we come to a conclusion that there is no black and white. You see, even on instances of corruption, it's not like this side is right and that side is wrong. For example, let me give you one example from yesterday. Ketan Desai's involvement in the Medical Council of India scam. Ketan Desai is being renominated by the Gujarat government. via Gujarat University. He is being brought back by the health ministry, referred to the law ministry. So we can't say that just the Congress is wrong. We also ask the BJP that how did you send him from Gujarat? So we don't make this a Congress wrong, BJP right kind of debate. We look at those gray areas, and I'd like to completely assure you, a channel like ours and an editor like me, if I stop looking at the gray areas, I'll make many mistakes. So I'm not headstrong about it. I'm willing to be corrected. I go into my facts, and very often I pull back a story at the last minute because there is a little bit of a gray area. So really enormous amount of research goes into that story. And one of the hallmarks of Times Now has been that behind that 4 or 5 minute story, sometimes there are 4 or 5 days or 4 or 5 weeks of research that we put into it. When we did Armsgate, for example, we got a lot of papers in India. We sent our reporter to Milan. We did 3 interviews we needed before we could do the story of Armsgate. So we do our research in a very painstaking manner. Please don't miss my enthusiasm for debate to be a childish enthusiasm in which I say that I am right and everyone else is wrong. As far as the army is concerned, we also report what they do wrong. But when it comes to the issue of Pakistan, what the Indian army does wrong is our issue. It's an internal issue. It's not an issue for the government of Pakistan to pass judgment on. I'm sure you'll agree with me on that. But we do focus on that as well. Thank you.
Hello, sir.
वक्त कम है, 3-4 क्वेश्चन लेंगे जल्दी.
जी.
Sir, many a times it happens that you are actually satisfied with the host to whom you are interviewing, but still your facial expression says otherwise. Sir, my question is it the allegation which stops you from, giving kind gestures?
Kind gestures.
Yes, sir.
No, you see, I like to be poker-faced during an interview. Interview, you see, poker-faced, as in the exact translation will be not having any expression on your face. In an interview, and I told Rahul Gandhi this as well after the interview. So I told him that I am poker-faced in an interview because I don't want to give my expressions away. If I smile at Rahul too much, or my expressions give me away, then I don't think I'm letting too much of myself off. You see, an interview is also, it's a very intense interaction between two people who are sitting at this distance. So when you're sitting, it's eye-to-eye contact with one person. At that time, a good interviewer should keep a poker face. But when I do the debates, I have an advantage. Do you know what my advantage is? I can see the person I'm interviewing. They can't see me. Do you know that? So they are virtually talking in the blind. They're looking at a camera, but I am looking at them. They can't see me. I am a voice in their ear, a very irritating voice that keeps going on and on and on. So I have an unfair advantage. You understand? See, these are 2 or 3 different styles. The interview is different from the debate. And the debate is different from a discussion. I'm not good at discussions. There are many people who are good at discussion. But I want to say one thing today, and I want to say this to you also and to our entire audience. I have a tremendous amount of respect for Prannoy Roy. Tremendous amount. And I say this, that he's the father of Indian television journalism. What Prannoy has done in his time is exceptional and pioneering. My style may be different from Prannoy, but that doesn't mean I don't respect what Prannoy Roy has done or brought. And I have told this to Prannoy myself. Just a few months back, I asked Prannoy, we were talking, he called me about the elections, and he said, we were talking about election coverage, and I told Prannoy that I wish you had done a little bit more on the elections because people would have watched you. So I have great respect and regard for people who do different styles of journalism. And I want to tell this audience, I am not 100% right. I am not. And I don't believe that I should be the last word. There should be different kinds of journalism in our country too. Yes.
No. All through this discussion, we wanted to ferret out that 10% which is lacking.
Huh?
That 10%.
Lacking in what? In
yeah,
me?
yeah. You are not 100% correct.
No,
if
I
you are
have many
90%
faults.
correct, what is that 10% that we want to know?
No, I have many faults. I'll tell you one thing. There are many people out there in the industry today who have better experience than me, who are better reporters. I am just very, very lucky. NK, I'm doing this at the right time. I'm doing it with a wonderful team, and I'm very lucky that I invested my faith in young people. You know, my news editor is 27 years old. I work with young people. I believe in young talent. I have picked up people from colleges and universities. And when we started Times Now, people said, this channel can never be successful. One, because it is in Mumbai. We've proven you can launch a channel from Pimpri, Guwahati or Trivandrum and still be the #1 channel. The second is I had 100 people, do you know, who I picked up straight from colleges. And people said it is foolish. You can't give these inexperienced people an opportunity to run a channel. Those, even if 20 or 30 of those people are still with me, they are my strength today, NK. And when people go out in the market and they say, we worked with Times Now in the initial years, it really makes me feel very proud. So I like to work with young and confident people all the time. Yes, I think you've been standing for a long time.
Sir, I wanted to ask you that today, engineers, doctors, journalists, investment bankers, lawyers are becoming journalists. Are becoming journalists. So how do we as media students can stand out?
How are they becoming journalists?
Today there isn't a prerequisite or preliminary qualification to become a journalist. Anybody can become a journalist. So how can we as media students, how can we make an effort to stand out?
You know, when you are out there in a channel, it doesn't matter what degree you have. I'll tell you this. Once you've got your degree here, it will give you an entry. A mass communication degree or a journalism degree was not important in my time. Now, 80-90% of people who enter have some degree or the other. So it gives you an entry. But once you are doing the job, you can't, you will have to compete with people from all backgrounds. Many people who in my research team work with me, they have different backgrounds. I have even interviewed a lawyer now to be one of my news analysts. It doesn't mean that they cannot contribute to journalism. I myself am a student of social anthropology who has wandered his way into journalism. So it doesn't make me less professional or otherwise. My friend, welcome competition. That's the only thing. Well, and if a journalist and if a lawyer and a management student and a other person from another background joins journalism, I think it is a great honor for journalism. It proves that people are looking at the media as a good job. You know, people were not coming to the media. I can tell you 10 years back, good students were not coming into the media. Our biggest challenge today is talent. It's our single biggest challenge. We are not attracting the best of talent even today. We are lucky that we came into journalism at a time when our talent was recognized by people like Prannoy Roy and others who gave us an opportunity. But there were good talent getting into good organizations. Today there is a real dearth of good talent. If you are talented, believe me, you will go to the top. There is such a need for talent in the media. Hindi, vernacular, English, कुछ भी भाषा हो, इसमें talent की बहुत ज़रूरत है आज. अच्छे लोग आए, अच्छे students आए, उनके बीच में competition हो, उससे ही तो कई उभर के ऊपर आएगा.
आप लोगों को शायद ये बात नहीं मालूम होगी.
Good afternoon, sir.
आसाम के हैं और आई नो बहुत हम्बल बैकग्राउंड से आते हैं. हम्बल का मतलब इन्होंने कोई अंग्रेजी स्कूल और इसमें नहीं पढ़ा है, बहुत ही सामान्य से स्कूल में पढ़ के यहाँ तक पहुँचे हैं. ये आप लोग के लिए एक बहुत बड़ी नसीहत हो सकती है.
जी बिल्कुल. मैं तो ये कहता हूँ कि मैं खुद कई स्कूलों में पढ़ा, मगर जिन सालों में मैं गवर्नमेंट स्कूल में पढ़ा, मैं आज बहुत गर्व से कहता हूँ कि मैं इंग्लिश पत्रकारिता में हूँ, मगर मैंने गवर्नमेंट स्कूल में भी पढ़ा और मैं ऑक्सफोर्ड यूनिवर्सिटी पे गया, मगर केंद्रीय विद्यालय में पढ़ने के बाद तो ये मेरे लिए बहुत गर्व की बात है. मगर हिंदी मेरी अच्छी होनी चाहिए थी. मगर आई टेल यू वन थिंग, देयर इज नो हम्बल बैकग्राउंड और लेस हम्बल बैकग्राउंड. एनके साहब, I want to ask one question to this audience. Can I ask you one question?
Yes, sir.
You see, I want to see hunger and passion in journalists. Hunger. You know, जो एक कहते हैं एक न्यूज स्टोरी के लिए भूख, अपने करियर के लिए एक क्या कहते हैं, there's a passion for it. You know, that it really drives you crazy, your love for journalism. I want to ask this audience, do you have that in you? Do you have that hunger and that passion? If you have the hunger and the passion, you will go through many ups and downs, but you'll end up on the top. That's my answer to the question right from there. Right? Anybody with hunger and passion in any profession will rise to the top.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, my question is this, that you have said that you said media can change in upcoming 10 years. Sir, when you were 21 and now you are 31. But
No, I'm not 31, I'm 40. Thank you for making me 31. NK, that's the best compliment I've got all day.
But you look, sir, 30s only, sir.
Thank you, thank you.
So, but then also there is corruption.
Yeah.
In 20 years, there is also corruption.
Yeah.
You have not, I'm not saying you, but media has not changed, but politicians are doing corruption. And my next question is, that whenever you call Gaurav from Samajwadi Party,
Gaurav.
at the end of the show, he always opposes to you, always.
Yeah.
So how can you say that you can't change a single person? So how can you say that you will change a whole political party?
Gaurav, you call up Gaurav and you ask him heart of heart, do you agree with Arnab? Not on camera, he'll tell you he agrees with you.
Yes,
That's
sir.
one question. I have a dream. My dream is not this. My dream is that this kind of talent which is there in this country. See, we are a democracy. Okay, we are a democracy. We speak many languages. Okay? We are a free democracy. We speak many languages. Our people in our country are very good and adept with technology. With technology. We are the country which should be the media capital of the world. And my dream is that in the next 5 or 6 or 7 years, from our country, there should be a global channel, not just to be in the rat race, but to build our country to be one of the media capitals of the world. I want to see our country produce global channels, my friend, and I want to see this competition become less among us and more outside. That's my dream. As far as corruption is concerned, it's a relentless fight. It's a relentless fight. I can tell you we haven't even touched the tip of the iceberg right now.
Sir,
Yeah.
one more question, that corruption after corruption, and cases are pending from years and years. I think, sir, my personal thinking is that system has been collapsed. So what do you have to say about this?
The system will never collapse. The system
Sir,
is strong. The system is strong. There are people in the system who are corrupt. But I saw Subrata Roy Sahara go to jail yesterday. Who says things are not changing? Who says there is no accountability? We saw Kalmadi go to jail. We saw Raja go to jail. Would you imagine that all these people would have faced the law 5 years back? 5 years back, you wouldn't imagine it. Which means in
बस
5
सिर्फ 2
years,
सवाल जाना है
5
इसलिए
years,
दो
so
सवाल।
much has changed. Okay, I'll take a couple of more questions. I will leave. Ajab, I want to thank you for your interest. I thought I'll put you to sleep, huh? But I want to thank you for your interest, and I want to advertise that I hope you keep watching the News Hour. Let me also plug my program. Please watch the News Hour, whether you like it or not. Yeah,
हेलो सर
yeah.
हेलो सर देवेन मैं फ्रॉम फ्रांस मीडिया मैंने न्यू क्वेश्चन सर बॉर्डर पे
माइक
जी,
कि हमारे सैनिकों को जो हमारे बॉर्डर पे हैं उनको पाकिस्तान सरकार देती है फिर भी उसमें जो और सांसद पार्लियामेंट में आवाज़ उठाया जाता है कि अगर 5 सर काटा जा रहा है तो पाकिस्तान को 25 सर काट कर उसका जवाब दिया जाए ईंट का जवाब पत्थर से दिया जाए फिर भी हमारी सरकार इस पर चुप रहती है क्यों आखिर इससे क्या
अब हम तो क्वेश्चन पूछ रहे हैं, हम तो निरंतर ये सवाल पूछ रहे हैं,
ये तो सरकार से
निरंतर. गुड गुड. देखिए आई एम नाउ प्रिपेयरिंग टू बी अ हिंदी एंकर. मगर मैं एक बात कहूं इनके साथ, डू यू नो हाउ मैंने टीवी करियर कहां से शुरू किया? मैंने अपना टीवी करियर दूरदर्शन में सुर्खियां होती थी हिंदी हेडलाइंस, तो मैं उनको मैं कॉलेज में बहुत अच्छा रट्टा मारता था, तो मैं रट्टा मारता था उनको, ऑटो क्यू नहीं था, तो मैं ही एक एंकर था जो 2 मिनट 2.5 मिनट की सुर्खियां एकदम आई यूज्ड टू मेमोराइज इट एंड रीड इट in pure Hindi without an auto cue. I started my career as a Hindi news reader.
जल्दी फास्ट।
हेलो सर, मेरा नाम अमित है, मैं भारतीय विद्याभवन से हूँ।
जी
सर, मेरा एक क्वेश्चन था आपसे कि सो कॉल जो भी मीडिया टाइकून्स हैं, जो भी एंकर्स हैं जो प्रेजेंट कर रहे हैं, वो इससे पहले काफ़ी केसेस में इन्वॉल्व हो चुके हैं। मेरे आदर्श थे, हैं और होंगे भी अभी भी कईयों के, वो आज भी न्यूज़ चैनल में प्रेजेंट कर रहे हैं। तो आपने बात की एथिक्स की, बायस नहीं होना चाहिए, न्यूट्रल रहना चाहिए, पर जब हम उन्हें देखते हैं वो किसी एक पॉलिटिकल पार्टी की तरफ या किसी एक लीडर की तरफ बायस भी होते हैं, उनके व्यूज़ से पता लग जाता है और उनका हिस्ट्री भी कुछ ऐसा था। तो हम कैसे अपने आप को उस लालच से बचाएं? मतलब अगर हमारे सामने पैसों का लालच है तो हम कैसे अपने आप को उससे बचाएं? क्योंकि हमारे ऊपर जो एंकर हैं वो हमारे ऊपर हमारे आइडल्स हैं, अगर वो ही केसेस में इन्वॉल्व है तो वो कैसे उम्मीद कर सकते हैं हमसे कि हम ठीक रहें?
देखिए, मैं दूसरों के बारे में नहीं कह सकता, मेरे लिए क्रेडिबिलिटी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। और हम एक बात ये कहते हैं कि जब हम कॉमनवेल्थ गेम्स कैंप कर रहे थे तो मैंने अपने एडिटोरियल टीम को एक सवाल पूछा था कि आप में से कई लोग कितने लोग हैं जिन्होंने कॉमनवेल्थ गेम्स के पासेस लिए हैं, फ्री के पासेस। तो हमने देखा कि पासेस दिए जाते हैं, रिपोर्टर्स को 2,000 रुपये की पास, ब्यूरो चीफ को 5,000 रुपये की पास, जो एडिटर्स हैं उनको 10,000 रुपये की पासेस मिलती थी। तो हमने उस समय कहा था कि सारे पासेस वापस दे दो, क्योंकि ये कोई कैश तो नहीं है मगर एक तरह से काइंड का इंड्यूसमेंट है। तो हमने अपने एथिक्स को देखते हुए कहा कि हम इस तरह की पत्रकारिता करेंगे जिसमें से किसी से हम कोई भी चीज़ फ्री नहीं लेंगे, कोई भी चीज़ फ्री नहीं लेंगे, किसी चीज़ की लालच नहीं होनी चाहिए। और टाइम्स नाउ में काम करने के लिए एक हमारा प्री कंडीशन है कि आपको कोई जंकेट पे नहीं भेजेंगे, आपको कोई पास लेने देंगे। तो दिस इज माई एथिक्स। तो आई कांट स्पीक अबाउट अदर्स। लोगों को जो लोग हैं वो बहुत स्मार्ट होते हैं, दे कैन अंडरस्टैंड हु इज राइट और रॉन्ग, किसकी क्रेडिबिलिटी है नहीं है, कौन बिका हुआ है कौन नहीं है। तो मैं तो अपने लिए कह सकता हूँ, मुझे लगता है कि जिस दिन जर्नलिस्ट की क्रेडिबिलिटी में कोई सवाल आते हैं और जर्नलिस्ट उस पर रिएक्ट नहीं करता है, तो आई थिंक व्यूअरशिप तो बाद में चली जाएगी. फॉर मी credibility is most important.
Last.
Hello,
Thanks.
sir. My name is Samriddhi,
Yes.
and I'm from Galgottias College. So my question to you is that many a times in debate, because of aggression, debates usually turn into arguments,
Yeah.
and either of the party is, cutting short the other party. So maybe you are able to see through them, but we as viewers, we are deprived of that debating aspect, because debating is about listening to the other party as well. And there's this incident which he wants to tell you.
Yeah.
So actually recently a northeastern student was like beaten to death in Lajpat Nagar. You are also from northeastern side, so you were like even more aggravated when you interviewed the politicians.
Yeah.
One politician said that don't call it a racist attack. Obviously he was wrong, but he wanted to put his point of view. You were so aggravated that we were not listen. We were not able to hear his point of view. We were not able to hear anyone's point of view regarding to that. So don't you think that debate should be about like listening to point of views and not condemning?
I understand. The person in question was a union minister. I think he was Minister of State for Northeast Affairs. I forget his name. He's from Arunachal Pradesh himself. The person got angry because he knew I was asking him a touchy issue. The touchy issue is this: आप खुद नॉर्थ ईस्ट से हैं, क्योंकि आप सरकार में हैं, क्योंकि आप मंत्री हैं, आप ये कहेंगे कि रेसिस्ट अटैक नहीं होते हैं. तो मैं I was asking a very touchy issue to the person, so he got angry. Okay. After the program, I called him up. Now I'll tell you I called him up and I gave him all the facts which I had, and I told him that I can understand your anger and your passion, but please go back and look at it. 2 days later, you would see he came back on my program and he admitted that it was a racist attack. So yes, I may have got very passionately involved in that kind of debate. What you are saying is I should have let him have his point of view, right? Okay, I'm not perfect. I made a mistake, but I have seen this. If somebody tells me today that in the UK there is no racism, in Australia there is no racism, I won't believe it, because I've studied in the UK, I've experienced it. We know there is some problem in Delhi. The problem can be solved, but we should not be in denial. But I ask you a counter question, had I not raised the pitch of that debate, would people have taken notice, And when I did it, the follow-up was that the next day I saw 3 or 4 other channels pick it up. The rest of the media picked it up very, very well.
Actually,
So
when he said that it's not a racist attack, everyone noticed
चलो
because
ठीक है,
it
हो
was
गया.
stupidity.
एक मिनट.
Yeah, no, but that's all. See, the debate is always good.
एक मिनट. Last question. Last.
Sir, I have a question, sir.
एक मिनट पहले से वेट कर.
I
एक
have
मिनट.
come from Jammu to ask a question, sir.
चलो.
Please, sir.
चलो.
Sir, my name is Gaurav Gupta. I am from Indian Institute of Mass Communication, Jammu, sir. Sir, I wanted to ask you one thing. So how can we do unbiased journalism when all the media houses are owned by politicians and bureaucrats and businessmen?
No, see, not all are. Not all are. Firstly, I'll answer your question in 2 parts. Not all are. Secondly, every organization that is a media organization also has a business side. It's not in India. Every organization in the world, whether it is the Times in London, the New York Times, Times Now, any channel, it always is a business side. That does not mean that you are corrupt. My third answer to you is that if you do not serve your audience well, if your journalism is not appreciated and watched by the people, nobody will advertise on your channel and you will not make money. So your success as a business is directly proportional to your credibility as a news organization. So the role of a journalist is, wherever, irrespective of where he works and who owns the channel, to maintain the credibility of a channel. And the responsibility of a journalist is, the day somebody asks you to compromise on the credibility, you should leave the job.
Last.
Sir.
Thank you.
Sir, hello sir. There are so many political ideologies right now running in our country.
Yeah.
And so many political parties are also there. Apart from being a journalist, you are also an Indian citizen also, sir.
Yes.
You must be voting also. Which is that ideology you support, or which is that political party which you support?
No, I won't tell you that. What kind of a question? That's a secret ballot. If I say that you, no, 1 second, please. If I tomorrow say I voted for this party in this election, that party in that election, do you think I'll be left alone? I'm giving you a headline. No, I will not. That's my right as an Indian citizen.
Ideology, sir. Which ideology do you support, sir?
I support the ideology of straightforward, honest journalism. That's my only ideology. I don't think it's ideology. It's my belief. It's my belief that straightforward, honest journalism, good stories have no frontiers. my motto, which I put outside my office and in the studios, is good stories have no frontiers. By which I mean, if you have a good story, it does not have any frontier. There can be no push, balance, bias or prejudice. Okay? The strongest asset that you have as a journalist will be your honesty. That's all. The ideology is honesty, if you want to call it an ideology.
अब अर्नब को
Okay,
last.
now I have to.
Last. नहीं अब please. Last.
कौन सा?
बट मीडिया ने इसको इतना कवर नहीं करा, अखबार के अंदर भी बहुत शॉर्ट नोट के अंदर आया। तो सर ये क्वेश्चन नहीं कि एक लोअर कास्ट के लोगों को हम इतनी इंपॉर्टेंस नहीं दे रहे, उनके भी साथ वो भी ह्यूमंस हैं, तो एक मीडिया को उसको इतनी इंपॉर्टेंस देनी चाहिए, उतना भी इम्पैक्ट होना चाहिए एक ऑडियंस के ऊपर कि एक गाँव में केस हो रहा है, जब ऑडियंस ही लोग
तुम्हारी बात समझ
आई अंडरस्टूड योर क्वेश्चन, आई थिंक यू आर राइट, इस पे कोई डिफेंस नहीं है। मीडिया देखिए, मीडिया हर स्टोरी को हर बार कवर नहीं कर सकता है, हमारे पास भी लिमिटेड रिपोर्टर्स हैं, मगर अगर आप ये कहें कि ये स्टोरी किसी भी मीडिया ने कवर नहीं की, तब तो ये सोचने वाली बात है, सोचने वाली बात है, क्योंकि हमारे देश में इतनी मीडिया है आज, रीजनल, लोकल, नेशनल, कवर तो होनी चाहिए थी, कवर तो होनी चाहिए थी।
आपने इतनी देर के बाद समझ लिया होगा कि जर्नलिज्म क्या है, किस तरह का पैशन चाहिए, किस तरह की इंटीग्रिटी चाहिए और किस तरह का सेंस ऑफ पर्पस चाहिए, ये आप लोगों ने समझ लिया होगा। और सक्सेस का एक ही फॉर्मूला है, अर्णव गोस्वामी फॉर्मेट। मुझे कहने में इस दिक्कत नहीं है कि ये जर्नलिज्म के आइकन हैं और हम लोग जो भी कहें उस फॉर्मेट के बारे में, लेकिन फैक्ट ये है कि वो फॉर्मेट इंडिया में वर्क कर रहा है। बस मुझे यही डर है कि अर्णव किस दिन जिस तरह का सोशल एलिमेंट्स को लेके इनका पैशन है, किस दिन ये जंतर मंतर पे ना बैठ जाएं। तो थैंक यू वेरी मच।
चलिए एनके साहब, थैंक यू वेरी मच। थ्री थिंग्स आई वांट टू से कि मैंने 4-5 दिन पहले एनके जी को कहा कि मैं उनको बहुत रिस्पेक्ट करता हूँ, ही इज अ सीनियर एंड एन एल्डर एंड आई वांट टू से that coming from you means a lot. For Ajit has given me so much respect as a fellow journalist. Ajit, thank you very much. Anuradha, thank you for calling me, and I hope that I see the future of journalism here, and I hope that you will tell people outside in journalism students what I have said. Simple. Journalism is not complicated. Journalism is not meant to earn money, and you keep your honesty and a credibility as a journalist. It's the best job that you can enter. Thank you very, very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Arnab. Thank you, all the esteemed judges. Thank you, all the guests. I would like to thank you from the bottom of the heart. I would like to sum up very small way. We criticize him, we love him, we love his style. Whatever we say about him, but we all watch Times Now for Arnab's News Hour. That we have to accept it.
Thank you.
और एक लाइन में मैं बोलूंगा, जैसे कोका कोला के लिए बोलते हैं ठंडा मतलब कोका कोला, टाइम्स नाउ मतलब अर्नब गोस्वामी। फैक्ट ये है कि अर्नब 9 o'clock डिबेट में जिस दिन अर्नब नहीं होते हैं, कहीं लीव पे होते हैं, वैसा कम होते हैं लीव पर, तो पता लगता है कि आज टाइम्स नाउ तो नहीं देखा।
थैंक यू वेरी मच। नहीं, ऐसा नहीं कहे, मेरी बहुत अच्छी टीम है, एंड मुझे लगता है कि आई एम वेरी लकी टुडे, यू नो। I was going to leave journalism about 8-9 years back. Honestly, I'm telling you. I was disillusioned. Today, I feel a lot of hope. And there is a resurgence of television journalism in this country today. And I'm very lucky to be part of it. Thank you.
So, will you be surprised if you and your style is included as a course in IIM Management's course?
I am very happy. I have no problem. You can call me as a guest lecturer.
And now it's time to announce the awards for PTC competition. PTC competition is the part of Media Fest Manthan 2014, and around 150 students participated in this competition. So students, you are privileged to receive this award from Mr. Arnab Goswami, and Aloka will announce the prizes.
Before that, I will tell you the jury member, Abhisar Sharma, senior journalist and well-known anchor from ABP News. Prateek Trivedi, associate editor, a well-known anchor from India TV. For the first prize goes to Samarth Bajpai Izoms. Congratulations, Samarth. The second prize goes to Vidhi Mittal from WIPS. have 2 more consolation prizes in this category. Astha Mishra, Izomes. Please keep applauding. It should be more louder. And the next is Pallavi Maheshwari from Izomes. Thank you for sparing so much time, Arnab, and all of you. Thank you so much. We all had a great time.